Martin Creek Lake State Park is named after Daniel Martin, who settled in this area in 1833. He and a few other families built a small fort and created the community of Harmony Hill, some of which sat within the park's boundaries. And this little settlement sat along the old Henderson Road, which is a trade route between Henderson, Texas and Shreveport, Louisiana. And some of the trail I'm walking through in this video follows the old Henderson Road. The town of Harmony Hill grew to a couple hundred people in the mid-1800s, but after the town was bypassed by the railroad, it started dying off. By the end of the 1800s, there really wasn't much of a town remaining, and then in 1906, many of Harmony Hill's remaining structures were destroyed by a tornado. The old Harmony Hill Cemetery, just outside of the park's boundaries, is about all that remains of the old town now. A portion of the park has the remains of an old pine plantation, so you can see the pine trees lined up in perfect rows. They were planted intentionally to be cut down for wood, but for whatever reason, these didn't get cut. But the Martin Creek Lake itself came along well after the community of Harmony Hill had died off. The lake was created in 1974 by an electric utility company called Looming. They built the lake to provide cooling water for the lignite-fired electricity generation plant. Texas lignite's a low-grade form of coal mined out of some parts of East Texas and fed into power plants like the one at Martin Lake. It's a pretty wild sight having this massive power plant looming over the park from across the lake. But it sounds like the plant may not have a ton of years left. They've been battling lawsuits and government regulations for many years over the mercury pollution, sulfur dioxide gas, and smog that comes from the facility. They would apparently have to make some really costly updates to the 47-year-old facility based on new environmental regulations. So we shall see, but for now, the constant hum of the power plant across the lake remains.